Hey there, it's Barb and Jack Moose. Jack, we're back for Jack Moose session number 10. Isn't that exciting? Are you excited? Are you going to stay here the whole time? Maybe. All right, we have a bunch of songs for you today, and they're all old. Maybe not as old as last week's song, but we do get into the 1800s for a few. The first one is called Bill Morgan's Gal. Originally it came out as Bill Morgan and His Gal in about 1906. And it was just another one of those humorous songs that kind of took off in the music halls, and one people could play around the piano, and it was about J.P. Morgan, but not exactly. You'll see. It was written by Bill Mahoney and Halsey Moore. Bill Morgan's Gal. Well, a man named William Morgan took his gal to see a play, and on the journey homeward they stopped into a cafe. As soon as they got seated, Liza grabbed the bill of fare. She signaled to the waiter and ordered all that she saw there. Bill says, I know you're hungry, gal, and I don't like to squeal, but who do you suppose is gonna pay for such a meal? I'm satisfied to buy you 2 or 3 things listed there, but the appetite you've got, girl, it would break a millionaire. Well, my name is Morgan, but it ain't J.P. There is no bank on Wall Street that belongs to me. So forget your champagne appetite, the best you'll get is beer tonight. My name is Morgan, but it ain't J.P. Bill Morgan married Liza, thinking he could change her ways, but what she did to William next I'm most ashamed to say. Whenever she'd go shopping, she'd buy everything she'd see, and what she couldn't pay for, she had it sent home COD. Well, my name is Morgan, but it ain't J.P. There is no Texas oil well that belongs to me. I haven't got a railroad, what you get is what you see. My name is Morgan, but it ain't J.P. One day 6 big delivery wagons backed up to Bill's door. They asked him to accept the goods while they went back for more. It didn't take Bill very long to grab his hat and coat. When Liza, she returned again, she found this little note. Well, my name is Morgan, but it ain't J.P. I've told you that before, but I still can't make you see. You keep getting my initials wrong, so now I have to say so long. My name is Morgan, but it ain't J.P. My name is Morgan, but it ain't J.P. She probably didn't get the message. 1906, Bill Morgan's Gal. We're going to go all the way back to 1782. This is a little poem originally, and a lot of these started out as poems and were adapted later to be songs. So just put a tune with it and it's a poem. You know, put a tune with it and it's a song. That makes more sense. This was originally a poem by Robert Burns, and the melody actually comes from an earlier song. A lot of his things, it's just so easy to put a tune to it. There are an awful lot of stanzas to this, and some of them originally were not very proper. But this is the one that are more proper. If a body meet a body coming through the rye, if a body kiss a body, need a body cry. Every lassie has her laddie, none they say have I, but all the lads they smile at me when coming through the rye. If a body meet a body coming from the well, if a body kiss a body, need a body tell. Every lassie has her laddie, none they say have I, but all the lads they smile at me when coming through the rye. If a body meet a body coming from the town, if a body greet a body, need a body frown. Every lassie has her laddie, none they say have I, but all the lads they love me well, and what the worse am I? Among the train there is a swain I dearly love so well, but where his home or what his name I do not care to tell. Every lassie has her laddie, none they say have I, but all the lads they love me well, and what the worse am I? If a body meet a body coming through the rye, if a body kiss a body, need a body cry. Every lassie has her laddie, none they say have I, but all the lads they smile at me when coming through the rye. Robbie Burns. An interesting side note on that melody, it's from an earlier tune called Comin Through the Rye, and a variation of that is what they use for Auld Lang Syne in certain parts of the country. I always love those stories. We're going to do a traditional song now. Excuse me a moment. I'm going to do a little Kleenex on my face. For those of you who didn't see my earlier post, I kind of did a little slow motion face plant on Monday as I was taking things out to the trash. You know, that feeling when you lean down to put something on the ground and you kind of lose your balance and your foot slips and you just see it coming but you can't do a thing about it. Well, that's kind of what happened. It was a gentle face plant, and I think it'll heal up just fine. There is no pain involved, and luckily. So I was kind of thinking maybe I could go through this with just a little bit of concealer on, but apparently it may wear off as we go along. So that's why if you see my lips start to looking a little Botoxy, it's not Botox. It's plain old abrasion. This is a traditional tune called Shady Grove. Some people call it a courting song. As of the 21st century, there were about 300 stanzas to it written by different people because it's a catchy tune. And I always like it because it's one of those songs like Get Along Home Cindy. It talks about how big girls' feet are in one of the stanzas. And what the heck was all of that all about anyway? But I like it. It's in a minor key. Shady Grove, my little love, Shady Grove, my darling, Shady Grove, my little love, I'm going back to Harlem. That's the chorus. Shady Grove, my little love, Shady Grove, my darling, Shady Grove, my little love, I'm going back to Harlem. Went to see my Shady Grove, she's standing in the door, her shoes and stockings in her hand, and her little bare feet on the floor. Shady Grove, my little love, Shady Grove, my darling, Shady Grove, my little love, I'm going back to Harlem. Lips as red as a bloomin' rose, eyes are the prettiest brown. She's the darling of my heart, prettiest thing in town. Shady Grove, my little love, Shady Grove, my darling, Shady Grove, my little love, I'm going back to Harlem. I wish I had a big fine horse and corn to feed him on, and Shady Grove to stay at home and feed him when I'm gone. Shady Grove, my little love, Shady Grove, my darling, Shady Grove, my little love, I'm going back to Harlem. When I was a little boy, I wanted a Barlow knife. Now I want little Shady Grove to say she'll be my wife. Shady Grove, my little love, Shady Grove, my darling, Shady Grove, Grove, my little love, I'm going back to Harlem. Shady Grove, my little love, Shady Grove, my darling. Shady Grove, my little love, I'm going back to Harlem. Shady Grove, traditional. Next we have another one of those poems that was set to music. I'm not sure how I ran onto this. Hang on just a second. Hey, Jack. Notice how I cleverly threw it so he'd have to stay facing the camera. Just a couple more songs, Jack. You can do it. I can do it. The tune is loosely Mush 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 Twirly. And if you're not quite sure what that is, but if you have seen the movie The Quiet Man with John Wayne and Maureen O'Hara, at the wedding, the priests are playing this song on the piano. Mush 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 twirly, mush 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 twirly, something like that. A little lower, probably. So they took that tune and put it to this poem written by Wallace Irvin, and it came out in 1904 in a book of sea poems, and it was called Nautical Lays of a Landsman. And I love this. I found it on the internet, and the lady who wrote about it said that it was one of her favorite songs because her dad, who was a seaman, would sing it to her when he would come home, and he liked it because in it the captain meets, well, you'll see what happens to the captain, the Chivalrous Shark. The most chivalrous fish of the ocean, to ladies forbearing and mild, though his record be dark, is the man-eating shark, who will eat neither woman nor child. He dines upon sailors and skippers, and tourists his hunger assuage, and a fresh politician will spark his ambition, though they're better when they're well aged. A doctor, a lawyer, a preacher, he'll gobble one any fine day, but the ladies, God bless him, he'll only address them politely and swim on his way. I can readily cite you an instance where a lovely young lady from Bream, who was tender and sweet and delicious to eat, fell into the bay with a scream. She struggled and flounced in the water and signaled in vain for her barge, and she'd surely been drowned if she hadn't been found by a chivalrous man-eating shark. He bowed in a manner most polished, thus soothing her impulses wild. "Don't be frightened," he said, "I've been properly bred, and will eat neither woman nor child." Then he proffered his fin and she took it, such gallantry none can dispute, while the passengers cheered as the vessel they neared, and a broadside was fired in salute. And they soon stood alongside the vessel, and a life-saving dinghy was lowered, with a pick of the crew and her relatives too, and the mate and the skipper aboard. So they took her aboard in a jiffy, and the shark stood attention the while. Then he raised on his flipper and ate up the skipper, and went on his way with a smile. And this shows that the prince of the ocean, to ladies forbearing and mild, though his record be dark, is the man-eating shark, who will eat neither woman nor child. I just love that song. I can almost picture it. I'm surprised a cartoon hasn't been made of it. Maybe it has. Go out and look. That's your assignment for next week. Go find that cartoon. Don't do it now, though, because I've got one more song. This has been one of my favorite songs for a long time. It's written by Stephen Foster in 1854, and it came out originally under the name Hard Times Come Again No More. Now, the odd thing for me was that Charles Dickens wrote his book, Hard Times, in the same year, 1854. Go figure. And the odd thing about Charles Dickens' book was that it was the first one he wrote that was not containing a scene set in London, and it was also serialized. He thought he could get a little bit more interest in it. So Hard Times and Hard Times Come Again No More. But we're all kind of feeling the hard times now. Those people who can't quite go back to work yet, those people who are working shorter hours. So it behooves anyone who can afford to help others with donations to the food bank, things like that, to just pitch in. $5 even helps. Let us pause in life's pleasures and count its many tears, while we all sup sorrow with the poor. There's a song that will linger forever in our ears. Oh, hard times come again no more. 'Tis a song, the sigh of the weary. Hard times come again no more. Many days you have lingered around my cabin door. Oh, hard times come again no more. While we seek mirth and beauty and music light and gay, there are frail forms fainting at the door. Though their voices be silent, their pleading looks will say, oh, hard times come again no more. 'Tis a song, a sigh of the weary. Hard times come again no more. Many days you have lingered around my cabin door. Oh, hard times come again no more. There's a pale drooping maiden who toils her life away with a worn heart whose better days are o'er. Though her voice would be merry, it's sighing all the day. Oh, hard times come again no more. 'Tis the song, the sigh of the weary. Hard times come again no more. Many days you have lingered around my cabin door. Oh, hard times come again no more. 'Tis a sigh that is wafted across the troubled wave. 'Tis a wail that is heard upon the shore. 'Tis a hymn that is murmured around the lonely grave. Oh, hard times come again no more. 'Tis a song, the sigh of the weary. Hard times come again no more. Many days you have lingered around my cabin door. Oh, hard times come again no more. Oh, hard times come again no more. Stephen Foster, Hard Times. Thanks for joining us on this number 10 Jack Moose Sessions. I promise my face will heal up. Maybe it'll just be scabby next week. We'll see. I may have to use concealer again, but I'll do it. Have a great rest of your week. Stay safe. We'll see you next week. Bye.